The wine glass trembled in her manicured fingers as she laughed too loudly at Michael's joke. Something was wrong. After 40 years of reading people, I could smell fear like perfume gone sour. Elena's perfect smile cracked for just a moment when our eyes met across the candlelit table, and I knew tonight would change everything. We were celebrating their second wedding anniversary at this expensive restaurant Elena had chosen. Michael looked tired, older than his 28 years. Dark circles shadowed his eyes, and he jumped every time his phone buzzed. Elena controlled the conversation, ordered his food, even corrected how he held his fork. My successful, confident son had become a shadow. The transformation hadn't happened overnight. It began with small things. Missed family gatherings, cancelled plans, excuses that didn't add up. Elena thinks Sunday dinners are too stressful, he'd say. She needs space to adjust to the family. But I saw through her calculated charm. Behind those doe eyes lived something cold and predatory. Then came the isolation. Michael stopped calling, stopped visiting. When I'd drop by their apartment unannounced, Elena would answer with that practiced smile, claiming Michael was sleeping, working, or having one of his moods. The few times I did see him, he seemed smaller, apologetic for existing in his own home. The financial abuse started subtly. Designer bags appeared while Michael wore the same worn shoes. Expensive vacations Elena posted on social media while my son ate lunch from vending machines. When I offered to help with their mortgage, Elena's eyes lit up with greed, but Michael quietly declined. That's when I knew she was bleeding him dry. But Elena made one fatal mistake. She underestimated me. As a retired forensic accountant who'd spent decades catching white-collar criminals, I knew predators always overreach. So I waited, watched, and gathered evidence. The private investigator I hired discovered Elena's gambling addiction, her secret credit cards, and most damning of all, her plan to steal my identity. She'd been collecting my personal information for months, planning to take out loans using my pension as collateral. The emails to her accomplice Jake revealed everything. The old woman trusts me completely. She'll never see it coming until it's too late. That's where she was wrong. I set the trap carefully. I let Elena think she was winning, even helped her gather the documents she needed. Every forged signature, every fake application was documented by my lawyer. I played the naive grandmother perfectly while building an airtight case. Tonight was supposed to be her final move. The loan applications were submitted, the money almost in her grasp. But as Elena reached for her purse to excuse herself, probably to make that crucial phone call to complete the fraud, my phone buzzed. Execute now. Everything's ready. My lawyer's text. I stood calmly, just need some air, and walked outside. Within minutes, FBI agents entered the restaurant. Elena's scream cut through the evening air as handcuffs clicked around her wrists. Michael called me hours later, voice broken. "Mom, how did you know?" Because predators always think their prey is weak. Elena forgot that I've been hunting wolves my entire career. Trial was swift. Elena received 5 years for identity theft and fraud. Michael's divorce was finalized within months. She sent letters from prison, first begging forgiveness, then threatening revenge. I burned them all. Sometimes justice doesn't roar. Sometimes it whispers your name at exactly the right moment, and the trap you've spent months building finally snaps shut. Elena thought experience meant weakness. She learned too late that it means preparation, patience, and the quiet satisfaction of watching someone's greed become their downfall. My son is healing now, rebuilding his confidence. And me? I'm just a grandmother who protected her family the only way she knew how, by being smarter than the predator hunting her cub.